Hello everyone, welcome to Phasmophobia. Today, we are continuing on with the next small map, Willow. So, already, 2 unique sounds with the sound recorder, and then video of a ghost, so I find it strange how some of these objectives are now just like doing the media, but like getting a photo of a ghost, that is a pretty good challenge, and then average sanity. Now, last time, we did see, I'm gonna grab my normal stuff, but we have the tier 3 sound recorder now, so in a little bit, we're gonna go in here. Now, strangely enough, oh, it's a windy night, isn't it? Looks like a normal night, but I can hear the wind. So, I think that means it's a little warmer, or maybe it's a little cooler. It's been a while since I've looked at the temperature ranges that the weather gives. Maybe I'll have to refresh myself on that. But again, we're unprofessional, so kind of wish we had a hiding spot out here. I didn't actually look at the name, Jason Gayton. Alright. Now, we do know, I'm not used to professional, but I did look, and the breaker is in the basement. Okay, this is why, ooh, there we go. We always get a little bit of lag spikes at first, but we do have a hiding spot back here. So I guess the garage can be a nice spot to run to. It is one of the better looping spots in this map. Alright, Jason, I'm gonna stand right in the middle and just listen for a moment. Is anyone here? If you can hear me, give me a sign. Let me look for the bone as well. But are we gonna get another, like, shy ghost? And I've noticed after this update, some of the ghosts have been really crazy. Some of them start shy and then go crazy. So even the ghosts feel different. I did hear that. What was that on this floor? I don't even know what it... Whoa, it was this. No? That was just the molding on the floor. Alright, well, either way, we're getting some paranormal activity. Let me just put that in the book right away. First EMF is EMF 5. Now, I could have taken a photo of that. Maybe we'll get another one. Alright, though. I'm going to get the breaker on and see if there's a good enough hiding spot down here. We already know it's in the mirror, so I'm not going to be able to use any other items. I heard that door. Okay, don't have the hiding spot here. I don't even think there's a hiding spot back here. I could run in here and like hide here if I needed to. I don't think the ghost would search that much. Okay. It's not often I get that. I don't think that really means anything. I think like a Jinn could give EMF 5 off that, but it's not a Jinn because it just turned the breaker off. Okay, at least we can rule out something. Now, I don't have the bone. Let me see if the ghost starts doing something. I'm going to... I didn't really look for the bone in those 2 basement rooms very well. But if I don't find it, I'll just come back to that later. Could be in the bathroom there. I'm kind of waiting for the ghost to maybe do something to me here. Let me just scan around. Okay, we do have a hiding spot here. But that's going to rely on the ghost not seeing me go back in there. I don't know. I may have missed that one. Okay. At least we have that 2 photos out of the way. I like getting that done quickly. So instead of setting up in the hallway here, I'm going to drop my stuff here and maybe use this. Just shine that in there. Now let me go get some evidence stuff. Our sanity is at 80, so looking good there. I decided to bring in the glow stick this time, okay, and it paid off, because I did hear a door touch that I can get a photo of. Let me maybe drop some other stuff first. And I had a feeling that was going to happen. Damn it. Alright. Either way, we do have some stuff here quickly. So it's not Jinn, which it still could be. Goryo, Obake, or Myling. Now Goryo could be dots. It's going to be interesting. I might actually be able to see dots from the other room. Give me that camera. That's not a camera. I'm going to set this up. Oh my god. Okay, now I'm seeing my breath in here. I'm not quite sure. I should have brought the thermometer now. I don't know where I want to put this. Can I put it here? I'm going to shine it into this room. I don't know if I was seeing my breath in the kitchen or in the hallway here. I didn't grab my headlamp either. I keep forgetting to grab that. I need to do that with my initial equipment. Okay, can we get the light on? Let me stand here for a second. Okay, the breath is in here. I was thinking it was the hallway. So if it's Goryo, we gotta look for very specific dots. Trying to see. I don't believe I saw ghost orbs in here. Let me just make sure. Turn off the lights. this would be a good chance to record. Jason, can you do something? Can you show yourself? That's why you gotta ask the ghost to do stuff, man. Okay, don't really like the fact that I drained sanity there. So my only hiding spots are back in the garage and then back in the bedroom. Let me get this light on. I think I'm gonna go ahead and walk out of here. I don't know, I kinda wanna, maybe I'll point that way. So, we didn't see ghost orbs. I'd like to rule that out. It's only gonna be a Goryo. And what would Myling be? Writing. So we need to get the writing in here. Then I might actually go look for dots in the truck. Man, wasn't ready for that. Alright, we'll just leave this here. I'm gonna try and escape now, because there's 2 events. My sanity is probably in hunt range. Let me get the writing back in here, and then we'll maybe spend some more time in there and see if we get the dots. I think this could be a Myling. But yeah, sanity is now right on the line. Okay, let me just get back in there with the rest of this equipment and see. Maybe we'll get in there with that sound recorder now. Okay, this ghost does seem to like turning off the breaker. So I did take 1 sanity to try and give myself some more time in here. This is also my first time using this. So I think this one will give me a better direction. But maybe we'll save that. Get this down. The breaker, okay, breaker is actually on. I just didn't turn on any lights to actually see. Maybe he just keeps turning off this light. Yeah, I think when I left, I had not turned this light back on. I just want to cover this room as much as I can with dots. Because if I'm in here, we're not going to see the dots. Either way, we know basically what this ghost is going to be. So I could try and get some more evidence stuff, like the media specifically, not evidence. Alright, Jason, I know you're in here. I already filmed you once. Could do like another form. That was just a basic ghost form, so we can still get the other forms. That'll count. Is anyone here? You want to give me a sign? I know it took sanity, so maybe you're not as active, but I'm also kind of just waiting for that writing, so I could film that. I'm starting to now transition into getting the evidence, or like the media specifically, like all the photos and stuff. I'm gonna get those backwards. See, I think that was the shadow. Again, okay. So we haven't seen dots while I've been in here. I'm afraid I'm gonna get attacked now. So when it I was gonna say, when it comes to photos, it might be kind of hard. Alright, since I got that photo, let me try and leave. I want to get some smudge sticks in here and maybe some crucifixes. But let me see. There's a shadow photo. Alright, there's a good photo. So we already have some valuable ones there. So we got to get started with that. But before we really get started with the media, I need to make sure what this is. So I'm going to actually go use the new monitor in here. See if we can get in the dots. Because no matter what, if we get the dots... Oh, wait a minute. No. For Nightmare... See, I'm getting confused. For Nightmare, Goryo would always have the dots. And we already have the 2. So yeah, I got to remember we're back on professional. But either way, how do we use this now? I think it's actually pretty simple. Luckily, I could have put this a little better set up, but I will just sit here for a moment and see if we see someone walk by. Oh no, see, this is why you need to use the tripods, because now you can pan left to right and you can zoom with other ones. So I need to maybe set up the tripods for once. I do think I have like, I unlocked one last game. Alright, well, maybe I should get the other book in there. How are we looking? Sanity. How do I get off this thing? Sanity. See, that's the EMF5. Alright, I'm going to go in there with how much sanity we have. I might try and smudge. I'm going to get the other book in there. And then 1 crucifix. Oh no, I have my flashlight. I didn't realize I was walking back with it. Alright, either way, let me get in here with the book. And we'll see if it wrote. And maybe we'll end up surviving a hunt or something. No, you haven't written... You haven't been roaming, so that also kind of makes me think you're a Goryo. Am I still seeing my breath in here? Yes. I don't think it's going to change favorite room. Now, I don't have the crucifix, so the only thing I could really do... Maybe I could set up this a bit better. Cover the whole room, set it on the microwave. Should have brought that tripod, but I was too focused on the ghost. We'll have a lot more time to be playing with other tactics though. Alright, Jason. I'm willing to maybe try and survive a hunt. I want to see where he comes from. Okay. If I can get around this corner, he won't see me go in here. I should be fine back here. Okay. Well, now that we've at least survived a hunt, I don't hear him. I think it is a Goryo, because maybe a Myling would have written by now. Is there anything like Myling can tell me? Right. Quieter when hunting. So I'm still trying to figure out the ghost traits, and I do. Last time I did try and figure it out, I got the Myling figured out, but I do need that refresher. But he is quiet. But I think the difference is you won't hear the groaning until the Myling is really close to you. I'll leave that one on. But maybe I could kind of tell if it's a Myling. That's why I want to ease back into this and also play professional, to just try and remind myself of all the things. Alright, the camera's still set up. And I think I'm still seeing my breath in here. Drop everything. Going to turn off the light. And then now let's go back again, look for the dots. And then maybe when I come back I'm going to take sanity and try and get... Well, actually I could get a photo from the crucifix. And then I need other things like the salt and motion sensor to get the video footage. So I already got one good video footage, so I guess I can just use the rest as, like, you know, filler ones. Shouldn't be too hard to get last photo of something though. Also, it is a UV, so I need a photo of the UV. Alright, so there's some things I can do here. Let's just figure out if this is a Goryo or not. Okay, perfect view of this room. I'm gonna sit here for a minute or two and see if we get dots. Alright, I think I've been here for about a minute and nothing at all has happened, so getting kind of tired of waiting here. It is interesting, you can record from here, so I think that was something I had mentioned before, is like, yeah, now truck dwellers have more of a existence because they can actually pan cameras and record with them, so that's really cool. But I'm not seeing anything here. Now if it did right, I wouldn't have seen it because it was on the other side of that island, so let's go back in there, see if I can't burn a crucifix. I'm gonna go with another smudge. Yeah, I'll try and get the photos first, because I need a photo of a burned crucifix, and then I'll just worry about like the video stuff later. But let's go in here. Is the breaker on? Yep. I have a smudge, right? I do. I should have expected an insta hunt. This is cool though. I do love when this game forces you to hide in unconventional spots. Because I mean, this is all I can do right now, is just hope he doesn't come in here. Is it a Myling? I don't hear him at all. There's no way. I mean, that had to be a hunt. Did you write? Okay, no writing. This is where I need to like actually have skill in the game and be able to determine a Myling. So maybe we'll get some more hunts to find that out, but I'm gonna shove this over here and hope that covers as much as it can, and then shove this one way over here. So maybe we'll get a photo of one of them. Now otherwise, there's the breaker. I'm gonna grab my camera. Let's go to the breaker. I need to see if I can get him to touch a door as well. So now in the dark I'm using the night vision to see. But we can get a UV photo and a burned crucifix photo easily enough. I'm gonna try and go for them too to get the photos filled. And then we'll just go for like easier video footage stuff. I mean, we got the objective. Now another thing, I do need that sanity to go down lower. So maybe we can do that while trying to get these crucifixes to burn. Can I? I don't know where he is. Okay, let me listen for Myling. He like goes downstairs. Oh, I think that's Myling. Now, every hunt has seemed quiet. So I don't know if that's just me, but if you can, I need to remember the exact myling traits, because I think the myling is the hardest one I've had figuring out, because I've had it backwards so many times. But unfortunately, you know, getting those dots, I don't know if it's still in this room. It's probably not. It's probably in the garage now. Let me see if my breath is in here, because I think this is where the hunts are starting from now. Although I'm not seeing my breath. I hate that I have to go get a thermometer now. Because it's definitely not in the kitchen with these crucifixes. Where is he hunting from? The basement? They just in the basement now? I have no idea. There's a possibility he roamed to the basement and made that his favorite room, but come on, you're gonna do that in professional? I don't know. I'm gonna try and leave after this one. We're still trying to get the average sanity down. I think I'm gonna make it over here. Okay. I'm going to leave and bring back a thermometer and try and figure out where this ghost room is now. Maybe it's just the lobby here, the living room, whatever you call it. Alright, I still have another smudge on me in case I get hunted here. Now you're using the crucifix. I don't think this is your favorite room. Maybe it was always the hallway, but how is it the hallway? Let me just check this. I gotta check. Okay, it doesn't seem to be basement. Let me do my job. I'm trying to just listen. I gotta take a photo now. Breaker's out. Set this up. I still have my smudge right, so then I'm good. That should be the burned crucifix. Now if I could just get that photo of you touching some kind of door, but I don't even know what room you are in now. I'm gonna keep going in the dark. Let's see if it's in here. Okay. It is the garage. Okay, at least we found that. I don't know why I'm going to the basement. I have my headlamp. Yeah, I probably should not be going to the basement because he's been looking here like crazy. Now I'm just underneath him in the garage. I guess I did end up using this spot. Yeah. It's in the garage now. At least we can get the crucifixes in there. That's why I had the crucifixes, so they actually do something. But at least we have the sanity now. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta remember I have my headlamp. So I'm going to try and get the crucifix. We already have the burned crucifix, so I think I'm good now. I don't think I really need to do anything within hunt range. So let me drop everything. I'm gonna go take sanity. And even if I need to drain my sanity, we have the mirror still, so I'm gonna take sanity and see if we can get the rest of the media. I did hear him touching a door during that hunt, but I'm probably too late to get the fingerprints. But I'm bringing in all the stuff I can... Oh man, I should have turned on the breaker when I was down there. I'm just bringing in stuff to get photos for the video. But now I gotta go back to the breaker in the basement. Here, I'll put that here. I wish I could, like, angle that. Oh, you can. There we go. Is that just you turning off the light or what? Okay. Oop. Grab these two. See if I can find my fingerprint. You did just touch that, but I guess it was an event. Because if the light switch changes, there we go. If the light switch changes, maybe it was just this one. But if the light switch changes and there's no fingerprint from it, it was an event that, like, happened really quickly. But okay, guess what? We have the photos. I'm going to, for safety, even though I have sanity, I'm going to go run to the basement and turn on the breaker. But let me look. All unique, looking good there. Now we just need to do the sound recorder and the video, and then we're actually done. Okay, this guy really likes turning off lights, so maybe I can get these to stay on for a bit. So, I didn't exactly check my sanity, but I should be good for now. Here's the sound recorder. Here's EMF, which I could have taken a photo of the EMF, which, oh well, we went for harder ones then. But we just heard the motion sensor, and I don't have I can't get out. Oh wait, maybe I can. Where's the... Where's my video cam? I don't remember where I put it last. I think I was running away and dropped it. Yeah, I dropped it over here. At least I remembered this time. Okay, so that would have been a good video. Of course, no, well. Alright, let's just set up everything we can here to try and get some kind of footage. And now we just stare at this. This is like the cheapest thing you can do, but even still, like, you know, it's pretty nice because you're still filming a ghost doing stuff. I mean, oops, and then that's why you don't hold it. But it's alright because I can give that as an example. So there's a duplicate by accident. Yeah, hello ghost. Oh my god. Turn off the motion sensor. Salt is stepped through, so I can't record the salt again. I'm going to actually... Are you hunting? Oh, maybe that was just that. I'm going to smudge, because this ghost is draining my sanity again. But let me look. Got the salt, the motion. Now, you did just blow out the candle and I missed it. What else do I, like, want in my inventory? I guess nothing. I want one more smudge. But try and film something. That is really fun, getting to film a ghost, like, levitating an object and throwing it. Okay, so only other thing now is the candle, if you would. Alright, I'm gonna walk... Where? I had another smudge, didn't I? Did I throw it on the table in here? Yes. Alright, that's what I want in my inventory. I'm going to get this last video of something. So yeah, it's not too hard to fill in the stuff with, you know, the equipment like the salt and getting a fire blown out and things like that. So if you need to just get it filled out, you can, but it's always nice to get at least something of high value in there, not just have like everything being 5. Alright, Jason, one last time. You can show yourself in any form other than the ghost form and I can film it, so if you want to show yourself, you can. Of course, you're gonna... Maybe... I thought that was... Again, I thought that was weird whispering. I didn't think that was like the sound of smoke or fire going out. It didn't sound like a sizzle. It sounded like those weird... I'm used to all the sound recorder noises, so I'm expecting everything to be some kind of ghost noise. It might take a minute for you to blow that out again. I wish I could like set this up and then record it as it happened. Because I want to hold the sound recorder now, because I still don't have any sounds on that. Can you give us a sign, Jason? I missed my 2 opportunities. I want to switch to the sound, but I'm afraid as soon as I do, I'm not going to be able to record this. Jason, there we go. Okay, thank you. Now we are on the final stages of this. Now let's actually, we've done everything else, and now I get to actually take my time and learn this. So I am going to just hold it and record. So obviously it says left and right. So yeah, I remember reading that it, you know, this was supposed to help you with the direction. But even I just got used to using, excuse you, the tier 2 sound recorder. Jason, can you give us a sign? Oh, I guess it's right on top of it. I think. Sounds like it. Okay, so that wasn't the greatest example, but it works. So, was that whispering? So, we just need more talking. Or an event. That works too. But, sanity is going down. I have a smudge stick. If he hunts, I could try and go for it. Turn that back on, please. Trying to think. My hiding spot's way back there. Let me turn on some lights in case he does hunt. I don't know if I could, you know, lose sight before going in there, but I'm willing to try. I might loop back through here. That might be how I end up doing it. Yeah, knocking stuff in here. That's gonna be a duplicate though, isn't it? Which sucks because, I don't know, 2 events are nice, but at least you can delete it. Okay, I can't record another event. But if you're gonna hunt, I would appreciate that. Or just give me a sound? Maybe I'll just settle with the sound. Okay, if I can escape, I will. Alright, let's look. 5:15, so we at least got a ghost event. We didn't get a hunting ghost, but ghost event's good. All unique. All unique. Now I want to see motion sense, so pretty much 5, but even disturbed salt is 10. And then all objectives. So there. That should be a perfect game. Do we ever get... Oh my god, I just forgot. So I think it's gonna be Goryo. Because, you know, it's just not written. Oh, okay. Never mind. It did right. I just forgot. I guess as soon as I, like, became a ghost, I didn't really know for sure. I went back to, like, nightmare mode. But yeah, as soon as I couldn't figure out either one of them. But eventually it did finally write. So yeah, writing does suck in that it can take forever for it. But Goryo... I don't know if a Goryo would change its favorite room. It probably still could. But either way, we saw the writing. It's smiling. Let's head back to the stat screen. It just goes to show that even on a small map, it can take a bit longer, depending on if you can find the room and what the ghost ends up doing. Because just, you know, taking so long to give the evidence. But even the way I played that, like, the ghost was in the wrong room, so I wasn't doing the dots properly, so I just kind of, like, went nightmare mode and just forgot about the ghost type. So luckily, it did just give us writing. Alright, let's get back into it there again and do another one. Alright, photo of EMF reader, and then motion sensor, and then witness ghost event. So this time we have some easier ones. This is Jazz Young. Breaker, again in the basement. And it seems to be raining this time. I don't think this is the heavy rain though. I think this is just the light rain, so we'll see how spooky this ends up being. This time, oops, Jesus, hit the right buttons, please. I'm gonna go in slowly. I want to go straight for the breaker, but maybe we'll hold this open. Jazz, are you in here? Oops. You'd think one day I'd learn which way these doors go. Is anyone in here? Okay, I wanted to take one little moment there and see if we could find the ghost, but yes, now I'm gonna book it and just see how long the breaker stays on until the ghost ultimately wants to get rid of it. I'm also... Ooh! Breath. All them ready? Well, I feel like it has been a little while since we've had a basement ghost in here. I don't know, that's not gonna be a good hiding spot. I did see my breath down here though, right? And on rain, it's not gonna start. Cold breath. Is anyone down here? You wanna give me a sign, Jazz? Oh, EMF 4? Okay. You're starting off strong, huh? Now, I'm supposed to take a photo of the EMF, correct? There we go, there's a full EMF for you. Alright, since we're starting out quick, I kind of want to go ahead and go back and get some other equipment. Now the thing is, I would, you know, use this as my table, but I don't like being stuck too far into this place. I wish I could, you know, throw stuff here. I guess what I'm gonna do is just drop it all here. Something going on back there? Alright, well, we know where the ghost is. When it comes to everything else, though, we don't. Let me scan for the bone, because I want to make sure we do this. I think it can only be on the floor. I remember once upon a time it could be on the shelves, but I think it can be on furniture. I don't know. It's not really small enough anymore to be pretty missable. But let me look. Maybe Jazz can do something while we're down here. Still see that breath. Okay. I'm gonna scan the rest of the house, try and find the cursed item, get a photo of it, try and remember what that is. And also, just make sure we get these 2 easy photos done. Also, see if there's a hiding spot, because there's no hiding spot here. There's a voodoo doll. No bone. So since the ghost is in the basement, there was not a hiding spot over here either, was there? Man. Okay. And I'm gonna have to like go to the garage or the front room. In the living room, I don't think either had a hiding spot. Also, I'm just spending all this time in the dark. But on a small map, I've learned it really doesn't matter that much. Where are all the hiding spots? It is professional. I need more than just one here. Alright, well, found the cursed item. Turn on some lights. This is what I got the breaker on for. Here's a hiding spot. There's a hiding spot. This one tends to be my favorite hiding spot. Feels like it's the most out of the way. But either way, I guess I'm gonna have to run to the garage if I want to hide. Also, I didn't find the bone. Or did I? Let me just see. First one is ghost, and then EMF and voodoo doll. Alright, let me scan around a little bit more and see if I can get this bone, because that is important for getting a perfect game. I hear noises. She hunting? No, just messing with stuff down there. Bone could be behind a door, could be anywhere. Usually you don't have this much of a trouble. Oh, and there it is. Okay. Because, see, it wasn't that hard. I just missed it in the dark. Whenever I look for the bone, I really should turn the lights back on. Alright. I'm going to drop this stuff down here and then bring in more evidence and see where we stand sanity-wise. Alright, sanity is a little bit lower than I was expecting. Since we don't know anything about this ghost, maybe we'll just get a crucifix in there. Or a smudge. I don't want to take sanity because then I'd be back at 100, and I actually want the ghost to have a chance of doing something. So I'm going to take something to protect me. I'll just take a smudge. We're going to play a little bit more risky. I don't want to take sanity breaker, but it doesn't matter. I don't want to take sanity in case the ghost doesn't do anything, but I do want to take sanity so I don't get hunted. But we're going to play it a little more risky just to see if we can get the ghost to do something. Now I did take a photo of the ghost, which is good, but I haven't filmed it yet. Jazz, I'm coming in here. I'm going to turn on this breaker. If you want to do something, you can show yourself. Ghost orb, and turn on the light, and turn on the breaker for me? Oh, you can film that interaction too. Also, doors are moving or slamming. For one, I didn't know you could film you can film the breaker, but we got ghost orbs, so we have something here. Don't forget, ghost orbs could be mimic. I do like that ghost orbs are recordable though. Feels like a nice, easy one to get. Alright. Let's just have this pointing straight down the hallway. Now, I should probably pick up my camera again. I'm gonna have this pointed where I can't see in the dark there. Okay, turn off the night vision, and we are going dark. Now, I do have my smudge. Did I grab the... Okay, I do have a lighter. I didn't see it in my hand for a second. Alright, is anyone here? Do you want to walk through my dots and show yourself? Jazz, I know you're here somewhere. You can still move that door. Oh, you're... How perfect is that? What a good spot for this is. Man, that was like textbook spook. Alright. She going upstairs? She went upstairs. I don't know why. So, she either really quickly drained my sanity, or she's an early hunter. What early hunters? Could be Mare. It's not Raiju, because it would be fast. Faye, I mean it's normal speed, it's not Revenant. I could rule out Hantu, but I'm not exactly sure yet. I think a Hantu would have been fast down here, so I'm gonna rule out Hantu. That's all about why I want to like just take my time and remember everything. I know all this stuff, I just gotta remember it, and I need to play this game frequently enough to actually remember it. 2 EMF3s. I'm going to make a judgment call, and I'm going to try and leave. I'm probably going to get attacked on the way out. I need to regroup and think of what I need to do next. Is she going to let me leave, though? Okay. So, let me put in dots. So it's not Mare. Was it, I wasn't talking near. Maybe it's the sanity drain from the Ure. Let me see if I'm above hunt range. Ure may have drained my sanity and just, you know, annihilated me. But it was an early hunt, so it had to be a Thay? Raiju would have sped up, wouldn't it? I gotta do another test for a Raiju, but a Raiju would have sped up in that dots projector. I had enough electricity. My EMF was on, so a Raiju would have sped up. And a Thay, it was pretty active at the beginning. What's the Thay gonna be? Wait, what? Oh. Okay, it could be Spirit Box, I guess. What is the Thay gonna have? Let me just look at Thay. Writing. So we'll get writing in there. Could freezing be good enough? Yeah, freezing, but it didn't... It early hunted. The only early hunter here is Thay. Banshee can't early hunt, Yurei can't early hunt, and Yokai can if I was talking near it. But I wasn't talking near it. Okay, we'll see if we can get the Thay writing. Let me go in there. I don't really need to get hunted. I need a motion sensor. I'm gonna take sanity. Yeah, this time I'll take sanity. We'll get a motion sensor. Maybe we'll film that. Get a crucifix. Maybe we'll just work on getting a few things done in there. Okay, is the rigger still on? Yes, it just was from the hunts. So now we're basically back at the range I was before. But if it's an early hunter, like that, it seemed pretty normal speed. We just need more to work with here. But if it's a Raiju, like, it would have been fast. I don't think it's a Raiju at all. You were doing everything. I'm gonna try and drop everything more right here. Let me have my smudge. I'd love to cover the entrance here. But I'd also want to cover more of... I guess I'll just put it here. It's gotta go somewhere. And you have been walking by a lot. I'm gonna turn off my headlamp. Did I already film Dot's ghost? I don't even know what I have. Yes. So ghost orbs, Dot's ghost. I need to take a photo of the Dot's ghost or try and film the motion sensor. I should really lay off on trying to film the motion sensor. Let me see if I can get a photo of the Dot's ghost going through. I don't have any other evidence. Sadly, the only thing I have is the writing. Let me sit here for a moment. I really thought it was a mare. I'm gonna record this just to see if I get lucky. Jazz, can you give us a sign? Is anyone here? Man, you wanted to do a bunch of stuff. I'm just confused. Could be Mimic. We need to get Mimic. But Dots is not gonna be Mimic, right? Yeah, Mimic would not give Dots. There. Okay, I got one of them, and then you can see the motion sensor as well. Alright, unfortunately, if I want to record the motion sensor, I'm going to have to turn off the Dots. But we have a photo of Dots. We have all kinds of photos already. Very good photos. Well, all 5s, but then a 10 and a 15. But Ghost and Dots Ghost, that's good work. So, for now, I'm going to turn this off, try and record the motion sensor, and also just see if she writes in the book. I don't need a photo. I could film the... Do I have room here? I don't need photos anymore. Unless I want to go for a better one, which right now, I don't think I'm gonna bother. But I could film the book, I could film the crucifix, and I can film the motion sensor. So, please, Jazz, show me you're here. I don't know how we got that early hunt. Okay, motion sensor. I'm gonna put the motion sensor over here, just to see if she goes around that way. Now, how many video? Only 2 more. We're going through this one kind of quick. That's the problem. I don't think it's gonna be Raiju. We need to look for UV. We need to look for freezing. We need to look for spirit box. So I really need to come back here with more evidence. I'm gonna drop that there. I'm gonna drop this here. Is that me? She's standing in the motion sensor. Alright, I'm going. Well, sanity is looking really good, so I guess I'm gonna have some time to do the rest of this. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with these evidence and try and figure out. This has been a backwards game. Look at the photos. We've got the photos done. And then we already have a video of Dot's ghost, so only 2 more videos left. I would like to go in there with the sound sensor, but we're gonna take our time here. We have sanity, so let's just enjoy trying to get the evidence and maybe not get bombarded here. But this could have been a Thay, and now that I've been with it a little bit, it's aged, and now it's not active at all. I have no idea how this was an early hunter, though. Let's find out, though. I want to just try and get the evidence, and then let that kind of be the solution. I could try and figure this out in Nightmare, but we're playing professional, so I'll go for the evidence. Like, let's see if it's freezing, which it's close, very close, but I think by now we'd be at negative. Yeah, maybe we'll come back to that. You could touch one of these doors, you know. I should get the salt. So what I'll probably do is come back with salt and the sound sensor. I do have a smudge and a crucifix in here already. Alright, I do think I'm going to need to use the salt to see if it's UV or not. Let me check freezing one more time. It's at 1. It has to be underneath 1, but it's every time I turn it on, it's right at 1, but it needs to be underneath 1. 1.0 is not freezing. Alright, I don't think it's freezing. Could still be Spirit Box, so let's try and do that. I'm going to have my smudge on me, though, before we turn the light out. And if we are going to turn the light out, I'm going to turn that back on. Try and give myself some lighting here. Are you here, Jazz?
So what?
Okay, you are. So, you were a yokai, and I must have just had my mic open, and I didn't realize. That's something I gotta pay attention to. Because that was like that might be the first early, not like early, but like, you know, high sanity? Like early hunter as in like above 50. I guess, is that, now I'm starting to question it, but early hunting as in, you know, above 50 sanity. Because a yokai hunts at 80 if you're talking, but I don't remember holding my mic open near it. And I don't think my mic is open, because I've been talking during hunts and survived. Alright, well, we know it's a yokai. We could sit here, try and get the footage, but let's maybe just do that. I'll come. No, I missed my pickup. See, that's why you should just have this thing in your inventory. Alright, I'm going back to the truck. I'm going to bring in the rest of the stuff to film in the sound recorder. So from here on out, this one shouldn't be too bad to deal with. We still have good sanity. I'm just gonna not talk near the ghost. I'm gonna try and put these here. Oh, damn it. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? And I get disturbed salt from that. Alright, well, at least I got the disturbed salt. So, that one can be one of the more annoying things to do. But we have things for you to film or interact with for me to film. It didn't even give me the prompt. Alright, no more lights. Not that I even wanted them. Part of me wants to get the filming done. I'm gonna put this further over here so I don't accidentally film it, but I do want that up. So, in case something happens, or in case she's walking over there, I want to know about it. I'm gonna actually put this more in there. Now, that's the thing. I gotta turn off. I gotta turn off the dots. Motion sensed. Okay. Things are starting to get extreme. Is it this way? I guess so. Nope. This way? Oh, that was it. Didn't think I had found it yet. Alright. Paranormal laughing. I didn't actually hear the laughing, but one sound. Here we go. All unique. 10, 10, 10. That's pretty good. All unique here. All objectives. So now the last thing we need is just 2 more sounds and then we can get out of here. I'm gonna grab. So we are. Object thrown in disturbed salt. So yeah, I don't need to film the candle anymore. It's just, I can't believe we got all those that fast. Now I know this is really creepy, just being in the dark like this, but we're getting stuff done. Okay, so you can film the fire extinguished. That's really good to know. You can record the sound of the fire being extinguished. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab my big light and just keep recording in the dark here. Alright, Jazz, I just need you to talk to me one more time. Even an event. I can record an event if you want to do that. But my sanity is gonna be going down. Oh my god, I'm talking near a yokai, so yes. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta be careful with the whole holding my mic open thing because that's really gonna backfire against a yokai. But it worked. It got me what I needed. A burned crucifix. Boom. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. Look at the stat screen, see what we got. And then we're gonna be doing one more match here at Willow. And then, but can I leave? Okay, probably. Yes, alright. So I was thinking there wasn't that much to record with the sound sensor, or at least I hadn't figured it out yet. But now that I know you can record the flame being extinguished and you can record the sound of the burning crucifix, those are two good ones to get a recording of as well. So those are more options for sounds, but no favorite room changes. Ability 0, so I guess that doesn't count as an ability, but alright, on to the next one. Motion sensor, EMF, capture photo of EMF, and then firelight. So again, no hunting objectives. Seems to be foggy out here. So these have been some pretty decent games. That first one lasted a little bit longer because the ghost did change its favorite room, I think. I didn't really look at the stat on that one, but I may have recorded it so I can look back at that. But yeah, that's why I like playing multiple games, you know, spending some time on one map, because having different ghosts, different rooms, different abilities, you know, can really change up the feel of just the map. So I do like visiting the same map multiple times for a video. Okay, we have a hiding spot back here. Trying to maybe scan for the bone. Out of all three of these games, we didn't get the breaker up here once. Anything around here? So we got Leslie. Leslie, can you hear me? Is there anyone around here? And, just a little piece of something chopped off in here. And so far, nothing. I'm gonna leave the breaker off maybe a little bit. Okay, so we got a hiding spot. And we do have hiding spots at both ends of the building, so that'll be a little helpful. I did look, okay. I'm still trying to find the cursed item. I do kind of remember these locations. Is anyone around here? Are we gonna deal with another basement ghost? I'd much rather have like the ghost be in this bathroom or something. So, yeah, we didn't get the tarot cards, didn't get this. Probably just the summoning circle down there, isn't it? I have been holding my mic open this whole time. So that's what I maybe was doing. I start talking to the ghost and then I just leave, like, I'm just hold it. Is there anyone around here? Please don't be in the basement again. I have a feeling we're gonna walk down here and find the summoning circle. Oh. For one. Ah, it's the monkey paw. Okay. Getting distracted. I heard something. Was it back here? I'm hearing stuff. I have a hard time telling if something is muffled through a wall or through floors. Because you can still hear stuff if it's on another floor, I think. I think Leslie's in the basement. But it was the monkey paw. I don't know. We might use the monkey paw for something crazy here. Is there anyone down here? Yes, I know. Going with another basement ghost. Alright. Well, we'll see how much this one can differ from the last one. Now there is a hiding spot back there. If I manage to like smudge away from the ghost, maybe I could go back there and hide. But I got a garage hiding spot and I have a hiding spot back there, so maybe things will be alright. Paint can. Did you throw that paint can like out of the map? Or maybe it was a paint can from over here. I needed to take a picture of that EMF. Okay, I don't like being in the dark. Alright, let's run it back and just deal with another basement ghost. This time I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the evidence. Now we're still at like 77 sanity. So I'm expecting not to get hunted by a yokai here. This time. I have a glow stick. So maybe we'll get a door touch, but I might have to rely on the salt again. We're gonna get ghost orbs. I don't really want to be walking around in the dark. But I guess I'm going to. Door moved. Shadow ghost? Can I even get the shadow ghost? Maybe. Alright, sanity is now going to the toilet. I'm gonna set up the dots like I did last time. Now you slammed this door, that doesn't mean you left fingerprints on it. Oops, I should have stopped the dots. Alright, I tell you what. We have all this stuff set up. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Can't see because she slammed the door closed. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and see what my sanity is now. I'm gonna try and maybe survive a little bit without getting hunted here. Try and figure out the ghost first. But let me just regroup again. Yeah, I'm gonna want to take a bit more sanity than that. Crazy spike. So let me just take another sanity, kind of restart there. I'm gonna get the rest of the evidence in there. And that'll be the first thing we focus on this game, is to try and get the evidence and figure out what the ghost is before we start risking anything. It's nice that I have the headlamp. Alright, book down. Should have got salt, but are you here? Where are you, my friend? Gotta remember Leslie Lee. Leslie Lee. Are you here? Are you friendly? Which one of these rooms is your actual favorite? Because when it comes to the basement, I'm never actually sure. I think these rooms do count as their own rooms. I feel like it's the actual... Like, this doesn't all count as one room. The last ghost wasn't really in here doing anything. That was a good throw, but I didn't really... Well, technically I did record it. I saw it on camera, so I'll count that as a recording. Is that 4? Take a photo. I hadn't already done that, right? Okay, no, I had not. I said I was gonna not worry about stuff like that. Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Where are you, Leslie? Oh, okay. It paid off. You are nearby, though, aren't you? There's not much I can really do. Maybe I'll try and angle the dots again. I'm gonna have it right in this corner. I don't think this one's gonna be a dots ghost. Last bit of evidence I had in here. Let me turn that off. And it's freezing. Onryo twins mimic or Moroi. Now I have not seen ghost orbs, so I don't think it's a mimic. Let me turn off my stuff. Now, could it even be dots? No, I didn't. I had a weird feeling. But with that combo, you actually don't even have dots as a possibility. And it could still be 4 ghosts. What? Oh! There's something. I should have stepped back. Okay. Can't get them all. Alright, once again, I'm gonna run. I can't see out the doorway. Let me exit the building, because so many things are happening. I don't trust my sanity. I don't mind getting hunted, but I want to, like, take this with some kind of consistency. We have photos, firelight and motion sensor. That'll be easy. But I need to check my sanity again. It's an Onryo. Now, I think a Moroi will always... Again, I'm thinking nightmare. But Moroi could have cursed me with the spirit box. I was trying to remember. But yeah, that's the Moroi's trait, is that once you talk to it on the spirit box, it's going to start draining your sanity. I don't know if it is. I'm going to take sanity again. We're going to try and make sure we get this last evidence. Now, what could I go in there with? If it's an Onryo, I don't trust doing the candle just yet. Maybe we'll get salt. Could it be UV? Yes, but I don't think it's going to be mimic. If it's UV, that's the only thing it would be. Oh, we got the writing. See, it all happened so fast I can't even remember. The last thing we got was the writing. Man, I wanted all the evidence first. So it was a Moroi. Well, either way, I took the sanity, so that's not going to be draining me. So let's just not talk to it again. So I don't have to worry about the Onryo, the candle. So let's get the motion sensor, the candle, and we'll get salt in there for maybe another easy thing to record, but I don't need it. I'm going to record the candle and the motion sensor. I'm not going to need the salt. So let's leave the salt and I'll just go with the sound recorder. I heard that. I like how you can see all the little fingerprints on the screen. Alright, let's walk down here. I'm gonna leave it dark, I guess. Let's listen for some sounds though. There's one already to my right. Is it in here? You frying something in the pan? There's the whisper. Now we're just gonna have to, like, chain all these together. I can't get a photo of that though. So let me see. See again. I already have object thrown, don't I? So what can I get a photo of? I need a photo of the ghost. So that's something. I'd like to maybe focus on one thing at a time here. Let me try and record one of these two things, and then we'll focus on the sound. So let's focus on video for the time being. But we have a spirit box ghost, and I want to record a spirit box response on the sound sensor. Sound recorder. There is a difference between a sound sensor and a sound recorder in this game, isn't there? Do I have door moved? Yeah, that was creepy, but it would have been a duplicate. There's motion sensor. There's the objective. Now if you could just blow out that candle, that'd be great. We'd be done with the video. Can you give us a sign, Leslie? I really don't need you to throw something again. Oh my god, or throw it at me. Tried to trick me though. She wanted to throw something at me first. Alrighty. There, all unique photos. And we got 10, not super valuable ones this time, but it's alright. Same kind of with that, but we don't need a photo of anything. I'm gonna grab my big light. I still should have the sound on me. I'm gonna move this over here. Oh. It's in this room. Okay. I guess it wasn't back. Can those move, like, as they're happening? Or does it, because it seemed like it was over here, and then it actually happened out here. Paranormal talking, paranormal whisper. I hear EMF. I want to talk to the ghost. I'm going to record. Are you here? Are you friendly? Damn it, is it not hearing me? There's got to be a way to do this. Are you here? There. But are you here? Are you friendly?
Right here. Attack.
Okay, I got the mist form. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can do this. I just want to see if I can. Are you here? Of course, I ended up recording something. Alright. Do I have a smudge on me? No. Alright. I think you can record the spirit box response. I recorded something there. I think I recorded the response. It's not going to show up because, you know, I already filled it out. But I think you can record the spirit box response. More rays are faster, the less sanity you have. So I was trying to figure out why it's going crazy. But it's because I have lower sanity. Okay, well, in the future, I think mist form is probably more valuable than the spirit box anyway. But that's another easy one you can get, is if you get a spirit box ghost, you can record it. I was just really trying to get it there, but... And I'm not totally convinced you can, but I mean, I literally recorded something there, and that hunt started so fast that I don't think I could have possibly recorded the hunt there. Alright, let's take a step back. Moroi, you all unique here. We did get a mist form, so we got one event, but really we didn't get too crazy. Oh, see, we still need one more photo. I didn't think I was done, but I'm gonna maybe take a little sanity, or at least get, since we need a photo, I could get a crucifix down there. Unfortunately, I still have my light. So let me go in with maybe 2 crucifixes, and we'll just survive down there until I can take a photo of one of them. Alright, I'm going to go down here. I don't need the sound recorder, so I'll just leave that there. I'm going to cover as much down here as I can with this. I'm going to move this one deep over here too. Ow, that hurt. Okay, well, I got what I wanted pretty quickly there. But what I want to do, since this game kind of lasted quickly, we're going to mess around with the monkey paw. But before we do that, I'm going to try and, like, prepare. So, let me take a little bit of sanity. Even though I don't think I need... Maybe I do need sanity for the monkey paw. Either way, I will take it just so we don't get hunted. But I'm going to try and ask something of the monkey paw. Maybe activity, because I know at the end of a hunt, or end of that, you get hunted. So, let's grab some smudges. Maybe just all of them. And then when I go back in there, oh, okay, let me just take the 2 sanity, because I'm just going to ask for activity. And even though I can't record anything, we're just going to see what the ghost does when I ask for activity with the monkey paw. Also, is the breaker out, or, yes, of course it is. I'm gonna leave one smudge up here for safety. I'm gonna hit the breaker first. Well, we have crucifixes down here. Let me hit the breaker, then I'll bring the monkey paw down here. But if I ask for activity, I'm pretty sure it'll lock me in the room that I'm in. It'll lock the ghost in its room. And if we're in the same room, it'll just lock us in together. And I think it also locks the front door. So what I'm going to do is lock myself in with the ghost. No, I guess I didn't do that properly. I'm going to leave a smudge up here. And let's go down here. Now I'm going to ask for activity, and we're going to see if this door slams. I wish for activity. Oh. Ooh. Okay. So it locked the doors down here? No, it locked the front door. Well, there goes the breaker, so it doesn't matter anyway. Okay. So maybe it just locks the front door? I'm thinking of trapping the ghost. When you trap the ghost, it traps you where you are, and it traps the ghost. So activity breaks the light. It locked the front door, and now at the end of like a minute and a half, we're gonna get hunted. I'm not gonna wish for anything else because I don't really know. I wish to trap the ghost. I wish to trap the ghost. Okay, that's the one I was looking for. And yeah, we're trapped in here now. So I asked for activity, and wow, I've never noticed how that looked up there. See, I noticed the little things. But we're trapped in here with the ghost. We asked for activity. Leslie, do you hate me now? Here, I'll light the candle. Are you here, Leslie? Where are you? Do you hate me? Are you friendly? Hello? I wish just hello would work. Hello? Is anyone there?
That was taken away.
I really do want like more interactions with the spirit box. That's something I've been wanting for like the longest time. Question. Am I still going to be trapped in here? Nope. Okay, I don't know where my other smudge is. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Oh, I'm going for it. Turn off both lights. She's not too fast, though. She's about normal speed with where my sanity is. Okay, though. I had to survive a hunt at some point, though. Let's see what she does. It's gonna be a cursed hunt, but... Is it over? Oh my god, it is. Alright, I am escaping. I can't believe I did both those at the same time. Alright, that could have been worse if we had lower sanity, which I kind of forgot about. But it wasn't too crazy. I was about normal speed. Alright, we did a little bit of crazy stuff there for fun. Played around with the monkey paw, got some more experience with that. So that's the thing with the monkey paws, using the trap the ghost. I gotta remember that, because that's really good for finding the ghost on big maps, because it'll lock the door of the ghost room, so that can be really, really helpful. Alright, that's 3 perfect games on Willow. Let's head back to the stats screen and see how we did. And it's a Moroi. So it's about 1,600 every game, so I think that's a good amount more than before. Like, I think on a small map it was like 1,300, 1,200. So around 1,100 is pretty good. I know I got like the daily and stuff. And every game has been about 20 minutes, so I'm really curious to how much longer these games are going to last once we move to the bigger maps. But those are the 2 smallest maps. So Moroi ability, I guess that was just every time I talked to it on the spirit box. But there's the 2-est most easy maps out of the way. So next time, I think we're going to be moving on to one of the other house maps, either Edgefield or Ridgeview. And once we get through them, Grafton, and then at some point, Camp Woodwind. And then after that, we'll finally be onto some bigger maps. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.